Okay students, so today we are going to discuss a literary device named the sonnet. The sonnet is actually a poetic device. When we say that it is a poetic device, that means that it is never used in drama, in prose or in essay or in fiction. It is always used only in poetry. Means what is a sonnet? When there is a poem that has 14 lines. Okay, the very first condition of a sonnet is that it must have 14 lines in total. Okay, so when a poem has 14 lines, you can say that particular poem is a sonnet. So what does it mean, sonnet? This word is actually it is an Italian word. Okay, the word sonnet is taken from the Italian word that was sonetto. Okay, sonnet is actually an Italian word that is sonetto, and which means a little sound. A little sound. Sonetto means, it is always asked in very short question also, what does it mean? What does sonetto mean? So it means a little sound or strain, and it was originally a song of 14 lines. And another main quality of the sonnet, or the main feature of sonnet, is that it always has a fixed metrical pattern. Okay, it has a fixed metrical pattern, that is iambic pentameter. It always carries an iambic pentameter. So there is always a fixed metrical pattern and a definite rhyme scheme. So what is a sonnet? Sonnet is a poem of 14 lines having a fixed metrical pattern and a definite rhyme scheme. If this kind of question is asked in very short question, then these 3 lines will be sufficient. And if you are being asked in short question, write a short note on the sonnet, then you can start your answer from here, that the word sonnet is an Italian word sonetto, which means a little sound. Okay, and it is a song of 14 lines having a fixed metrical pattern and a definite rhyme scheme. So your short question will be from here to then. That is, only these 4 lines will be sufficient in short question. And this kind of question is never asked in long question. So this is why that you have to keep only one thing in your mind, that sonnet means it is a poetic device and it means always a poem of 14 lines. Now who was the father? Who was the father of sonnet? The Italian poet, because originally that is an Italian word. So of course the Italian poet, it was Petrarch. Okay, never forget, Petrarch was regarded as the father of the sonnet. And who was Petrarch? Petrarch was an Italian poet, right? Petrarch was an Italian poet, and he is supposed to be the father of the sonnet, and he provided the lyric touch to the sonnet. Now there are 2 kinds of sonnet, right? That was the meaning of sonnet, and that was who was the father of sonnet. And now most important is that there are 2 kinds of sonnet. 2 kinds of sonnet. The very first is, because Petrarch was the father of sonnet, so the very first kind of sonnet is Petrarchan sonnet, right? Petrarchan, this word has been taken from Italian poet Petrarch. So we say always Petrarchan sonnet. Or another word is also an Italian sonnet. If this kind of question is being asked, what is an Italian sonnet? That is same. Or what is a Petrarchan sonnet? Both are same. What is a Petrarchan sonnet or what is an Italian sonnet? So now Petrarchan sonnet or Italian sonnet, the very first kind of sonnet, and the second one is Shakespearean or the English sonnet. Okay, that was an Italian sonnet and this is an English sonnet. Petrarchan sonnet or Another one is Shakespearean sonnet. Now just try to know what is an Italian sonnet or what is a Petrarchan sonnet, or what kind of difference we always find between both kinds of sonnet, Petrarchan sonnet and Shakespearean sonnet, or Italian sonnet and English sonnet. So the Italian poet Petrarch, now the poem consists 14 lines, okay. Don't forget that there, whether it is Petrarchan sonnet or whether it is Shakespearean sonnet, we can never make a change in the length of the poem. Means each poem will carry only 14 lines, whether it is concerned with Petrarchan sonnet or with Shakespearean sonnet. So now Petrarch, how he divided his sonnet? Petrarchan sonnet is always divided into two parts, right? Petrarch, he divided 14 lines. When we say that Petrarchan sonnet is divided into two parts, that means that only 14 lines are divided into two parts, right? Petrarch divided his sonnet into two parts. The very first part was the octave and the sestet, only 14 lines in total. So the very first portion was the octave and the second was the sestet. It was named just like this, means the first 8 lines of the poem, okay, out of 14 lines, the first 8 lines of the poem is called the octave, and the last or remaining 6 lines are called the sestet. So total are 14 lines, right? 14 lines, and they are divided like this into the octave and the sestet. Now we can say that in Petrarchan sonnet or in Italian sonnet, the octave is generally a question, okay? It is a question and the sestet is an answer. If you remind or if you have gone through the sonnet of John Milton on his blindness, that was a Petrarchan sonnet, or that was an Italian sonnet, because that was also divided into two parts, in the octave and in the sestet. First 8 lines are always in a question form, and remaining 6 lines are always in the form of an answer. Means the poet asks or interrogates a question in the octave, and that question is answered in the sestet. So the octave means question and the sestet means answer, right? And the example you can give of John Milton on his blindness. So Petrarch divided his sonnet into two parts, the octave and the sestet. Oh, now how many lines the octave has? This is also a very important question. It is always asked in a very short question, that what is an octave, or how many lines octave has. So octave has 8 lines and sestet has 6 lines. It is a fixed metrical pattern, that is iambic pentameter. And now the rhyme scheme, definite rhyme, okay, a definite rhyme scheme, whether it is a Petrarchan sonnet or a Shakespearean sonnet. Now the rhyme scheme of the octave is of Petrarchan sonnet, okay. This time we are discussing what kind of sonnet, Petrarchan or Italian sonnet. The rhyme scheme of the octave is ABBA, ABBA, and the rhyme scheme of the sestet is CDE, CDE, O, okay, O, CD, CD, CD. Either this may be the rhyme scheme, CDE, CDE 6 lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or that may be the rhyme scheme, CD, CD, CD. That depends on the mood or on the poet. So now it was Petrarchan sonnet. The first, now in this way you can write in detail, the first 8 lines formed the octave with the rhyme scheme ABBA, ABBA, and in the octave the poet always asks a question. In that kind of question he always put a problem, or he states a difficulty, or he conveys his mood. As I have told you, giving the example of On His Blindness, that in that John Milton, he was also, we come to know the mood of John Milton, and he was also asking or interrogating, asking a question. And the last 6 lines formed the sestet with the rhyme scheme CDE, 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 or CD, CD, CDE, CDE, okay, only 2 times, and or CD, CD, CD. It differs according to the mood of the poet, okay, it depends on the mood of the poet. The sestet, okay, last 6 lines, they always answer the question, okay, the last or the remaining 6 lines always gives the answer to the question of the poet, or solve the, or just present the solution of the problem that was given or that was posed by the poet. And we can say that sestet is the conclusion of the poem. So that was Petrarchan sonnet, or that was Italian sonnet. Now the second one was that is Shakespearean sonnet, or the English sonnet. Now that was Italian sonnet, okay. Petrarch, he divided the sonnet into 2 parts. Now William Shakespeare, he divided a sonnet into how many parts? Into 4 parts, means into 3 quatrains and 1 couplet. The sonnet of William Shakespeare, though they also carried 14 lines, but they were very different in the rhyme scheme, in the pattern, metrical pattern. They were very different from that of Petrarch. Sonnet writing began in England during the reign of Queen Elizabeth. Waite, Surrey, Sidney, Spenser, they all were the earlier writers, and then there came, okay, but they followed Petrarchan pattern. They started to write only Petrarchan sonnet. But it was William Shakespeare who gave a new beauty, a new flexibility to the sonnet, and he also altered, he also made a change in the rhyme scheme of sonnet, and he divided that sonnet, that Petrarchan sonnet, into 3 quatrains and a couplet, okay. And the rhyme scheme was also very different that of Petrarchan sonnet. That was the rhyme scheme AB, AB, CD, CD, EF, EF, G, G. Only 14 lines. But now William Shakespeare, he divided sonnet into 3 quatrains. 1 quatrain has 4 lines and 3 quatrains, okay. 4 lines is, that is consisted by only 1 quatrain. So now the total is 12 lines out of 14, and the last 2 lines, that is 1 couplet. So William Shakespeare, he divided those 14 lines in a very different way. Now he gave 3 quatrains and 1 couplet. 3 quatrains consisted 12 lines, and 1 couplet, that is only 2 lines. The rhyme scheme of the first quatrain was AB, AB, okay. First quatrain of William Shakespeare's sonnet, AB, AB. The rhyme scheme of the second sonnet was CD, CD, and the rhyme scheme of the third sonnet, the third quatrain was EF, EF, and the rhyme scheme of the last 2 lines or the couplet was G, G. So this is very, very important to be aware of the rhyme scheme of Shakespearean sonnet, that was AB, AB, CD, CD, EF, EF, and G, G. That was Shakespearean sonnet.